Welcome to 10 Minutes to Higher Leadership. I'm Carl-Ann Ferguson, CEO Propel Forward. Today's segment is all about reconnecting to your passion and your purpose so that you stop sucking the life out of your organization, out of your team, and out of yourself. All right, this is for all those leaders that have way too much to do. Well, that should encompass about all of us. You know how it is. You get up in the morning and you have all of those thoughts on your mind as to, I have all these meetings, I got to get these tasks done. Oh my goodness, what are the key priorities for today? And you get into work, your mind is still going, you look at your schedule, you quickly check in and you're like, oh my goodness, off to the meetings, off to this, off to that. And then you check in with your employees, see how they're doing on the different tasks and their deadlines that are due there. And then tomorrow you repeat the whole process again. And the next day you do the same thing. And the next day you do the same thing. And pretty soon you're sucked into the tactical and you have forgotten why your team is important to the organization. And they have forgotten too, because this nervous energy, this frustrated energy, this frantic energy about what I got to do and everything that's on my plate that's overwhelming and even sometimes creates depression is contagious energy. Your employees are picking up on it. And pretty soon you start to see that their productivity, their engagement, their energy level is ratcheting down and ratcheting down. And it's like the frog in the boiling water. You hardly notice it as it's just slowly turned up, the heat's turned up. And then pretty soon you're just like, how did we get here? How did I get to this really engaged team when I first came into this position to where I am today? And it's because we haven't taken the time to disengage from all of the noise of the everyday and pull ourselves back up to our inspiring vision for our organization. Re-energizing your team doesn't take an engagement survey. It doesn't take giving them a free lunch or t-shirts. What it takes is reigniting your own passion. Now, when you think about creating a vision for your organization, that's energizing. And I want to be clear that when I'm talking about a vision, I am not talking about a mission statement because these get confused all the time. I can't tell you how many times I've gone into an organization and someone's complaining that a leader doesn't have a clear vision. And what they have instead is a mission statement. And a mission statement isn't going to energize you. It's not going to connect back to your passion, and it's not going to connect your team. You need something that really is going to speak to their purpose, their sense of pride, and their belonging to the organization. And it doesn't make a difference which level you're at. You can make this happen. So how do you create a vision? This is not get a group of people in a room and start doing vision by committees. Those things turn out horrible. Everybody has to get their piece into it, and pretty soon you washed out all the excitement, all of the energy, because you've been involved in trying to make certain everybody can see themselves. And the words just get washed out also because people are changing glad to happy, and you've got all of this stuff going on. So you don't need that. That's not how you create a vision. That's what goes into the mission statement. And you want to involve your team in the strategic plan, but the vision is yours to own. And so you have to first connect to your passion. If you aren't clear of the values of why you come to work, why you work for that company, why you are thrilled about leading this team, then you're going to have a hard time with connecting to your vision. So I'm going to ask you a few questions to get you thinking about how you re-energize your group toward the start of a vision. Number one, why this organization? So why did you pick this organization? What was it about this organization when you were looking at the multitudes of opportunities you had that said, oh man, after I apply, I hope I get this one. I hope they call me. Think back to that. What was that about this company that just actually got you so excited about the possibility of working for them? Question number 2. What is it about this function that excites you? Why did you want to be a leader over this group of people? What is it this function does that was really energizing to you? You know, I've had a career of overseeing lots of different functions, and they've been very diverse. Everything from organizational development to strategic planning to manufacturing to diversity, overseeing corporate communications. And each one has just been exciting. There's something about each one that I absolutely love. Now, what is that for you? What is it that you love about this function that you oversee, or these multiple functions that you oversee? Question number 3. What challenge is the organization facing, and I mean facing as in the future state, that requires your team? It can't be solved without you and your team. There's your sense of pride, right? What is it that they have to come to you for that you're going to make a huge difference? If you're not sure how to answer this question, I want you to think about the long-term vision of the company. When you look out to that future and you see that and you're looking at what are the trends, what are the challenges the company has to get to that, and what part does your team play? Figure that part out and you have your source of pride, because the company can't do it without you and your team. Question number 4. What is your team wicked good at? What is their key strength? So if you think of other organizations that you've overseen in other companies or whatever, what makes this group special? Your vision needs to capitalize on this strength. You want to be able to say, here is the purpose we serve. Here is why this team is the team to make the future happen. And here's what we bring as far as our strength and our abilities to be able to reach that future. Now, of course, I don't have all the pieces here in a vision yet, but this will get you started. Keep these questions in mind. Keep reconnecting back to them. They're going to bring you to work with a higher energy and a higher sense of can-do and purpose. And it's going to be contagious to your team. And that's what really counts. So you're going to have an energized, more productive team. You can also use these as that foundation to your vision, because these are the critical parts that puts that heart into the vision statement. Now you can bring the other part in about what you do and your key differentiators and some of those other things that become part of that vision statement. But you've got the essence of what you really need to create an energizing vision. You're welcome to post questions below and I'll answer them. And in the meantime, keep rising to a higher level of leadership and bring that positive energy that your team is looking for.